So it's been more than say 40-50 hackathons that I've been associated with at this point of time.
Hi everyone, welcome back to e-learning bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. हम वापस आ चुके हैं अपनी नई वीडियो के साथ एंड थंबनेल देख के थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया लग गया होगा कि इस वीडियो में हम किस टॉपिक के बारे में डिस्कशन करेंगे. एंड गाइस, इस सेशन के लिए हमारे साथ है शिवाय लांबा. ही इज अ बीटेक फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम MIT दिल्ली. एंड गाइस, ये वीडियो मैं शिवाय के साथ इसलिए करना चाहता था क्योंकि मुझे न्यू ग्रेड्स और प्री फाइनल ईयर्स के कुछ मिथ्स और डाउट्स क्लियर करने थे रिगार्डिंग कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग.
अल्लाह माफ करे, बहुत मनुष्य लग रहे हो, मत करो.
सो गाइस, अगर शिवाय के बारे में मैं बोलूं तो ही इज नॉट अ ग्रेजुएट येट. ही यूज्ड टू स्ट्रगल विद कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग क्वेश्चंस मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट अपनी प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट स्किल से उसने अब तक मोर देन 40 नेशनल एंड इंटरनेशनल हैकाथॉन्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया एंड बहुत सारे हैकाथॉन्स जीते भी.
मेरे पास कोई अल्फाज नहीं है.
एंड गाइस, ये सब उसके लिए करना तभी पॉसिबल हुआ जब उसने अपनी कुछ लिमिटेशन समझी, उस पर काम किया एंड कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग के अलावा जो IT इंडस्ट्री की एक दूसरी दुनिया है उसे सही से समझा एंड इम्प्लीमेंट किया. एंड अपने इसी प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट स्किल से इतनी कम एज में ही इज वर्किंग एज अ हेड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट फॉर मेटवी. सो यार, ये वीडियो एंड तक जरूर देखना नहीं. क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको इस कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग वाले एरिया में काफी डिफिकल्टीज फेस करनी पड़ती हैं. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, कैसे कॉलेज टाइम में रह के अपने डेवलपमेंट स्किल्स पे काम करना है, इस तरीके के बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक शिवाय ने डिस्कस किए हैं. और इसी के साथ साथ हम बात करेंगे शिवाय के साथ कि कैसे उसने बड़ी कंपनीज के इंटर्नशिप्स क्रैक किए, कैसे इंटरनेशनल नेशनल लेवल के हैकाथॉन्स के लिए प्रिपेयर किया, क्या रिसोर्सेज थे, कैसे जीता एंड कौन से बहुत अच्छे अच्छे टॉपिक्स हो सकते हैं फॉर इंटरनल प्रोजेक्ट्स. तो देखो यार वीडियो एंड तक. अगर वैल्यूएबल लगे तो लाइक एंड शेयर भी कर देना एंड अगर न्यू हो चैनल पर तो सब्सक्राइब भी जरूर कर देना सो दैट ऐसी ही इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियोस की नोटिफिकेशंस टाइम से मिलते रहे. ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं, लेट्स जंप ऑन टू द सेशन.
Hi Shivai, welcome
Hi.
to the channel and thanks a lot for taking your time for this session. And yep, let's begin with our questionnaire. So my first question to you, give a short introduction of yours and what are you doing in these days?
Sure. So first of all, thank you very much, Shashank, for inviting me over to this YouTube channel interview. And I've been following your content for quite a while. And I myself, Shivay Lamba, and currently I'm just going to finish my final year of college. My exams got delayed by 2 months, so I mean I'm still in that process. And apart from this, I've been mostly doing a lot of programming and a lot of product management and participating in a lot of different hackathons and different computer events. I also like to take part in a lot of different technical meetups and mentor students, and that is what something that I've done during the course of these 4 years. And currently I'm working with a startup by the name of Metvi as a head of product, where I'm managing the entire computer and the entire IT team. And I code and I lead the team and discuss about the product development. And yeah, I mean, apart from this, I have been taking a lot of different sessions as well, and on like data science, on hackathons, and on open source in general, because I'm also currently a Google Summer of Code, and I'm mentoring students in the Jenkins and the CNCF Foundation.
You are a combined package. That's really cool, Shivai.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is what you expect, because in a startup, because I just started as a intern last year and I grew to become a head of product. So, I mean, that kind of growth you can expect in a startup.
All right, yeah, truly. So tell us something about your national and international hackathons journey.
Sure. So I started with a hackathon that was actually conducted within my college, and I managed to, win that. And apart from that, I've managed to, win and also participate in a lot of different big national level hackathons. So probably some of the biggest ones were the Smart India Hackathon, which is the world's largest hackathon run by the government of India. And our team, managed to be a grand finalist and become the runners-up. And apart from that, I've also participated in Hack in the North, which is Triple IT's Allahabad's hackathon, and it's one of the most respected hackathons and one of the largest ones in North India. And
Okay.
apart from this, I've also managed to participate in a lot of different Microsoft organized hackathons and win in quite a few of them. And quite recently in February, I participated in Pan for IIT hackathon, which was again organized at a national level in Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, and I again managed to have a win there. Apart from
Wow.
this, I've also participated in a few international hackathons. So my first ever one was actually the world's most respected and the world's biggest hackathon, that is Hack MIT, which takes place in MIT University. And apart from this, I've also participated in a few virtual international hackathons. One of them being Hack Tech, which is organized in Caltech University. And
Okay.
but these are just some of the hackathons that I've participated. But in a lot of different hackathons, I've also been a mentor. So some of them include Hack LA, which takes place in UCLA, and then Tree Hacks, which takes place in Stanford. And a lot of the I've also been like a mentor and a speaker and a judge in a few hackathons. So it's been more than say 40-50 hackathons that I've been associated
साला इतना प्रेशर कुकर जैसे फील कर रहा हूं मैं
with at this point of time.
Wow, wow, Shwel. It's like the list is quite huge, and that's really good to know. Like in such a young age, you are basically prioritizing the things and participating in these hackathons and
Yeah.
just building yourself for the corporate industry.
Absolutely.
That's yeah. Like when did you started taking part in hackathons, and what influenced you more about it?
Sure. So my first ever participation, in a hackathon was in my sixth semester. As I told, it was a college-based hackathon, and I actually managed to win in that. But I had started programming even during my 9th, 10th grade when I had Java, and in 10th, 11th, 11th, 12th, I had C++. So coming to college, my seniors had told me that it's very important to work on DSA and development. So I used to do a lot of web development, and I used to practice data structural algorithm. But I came to know about hackathons only during my second year, when I just started to take part in a lot of different college societies. During my second year, I did try to apply for a few of them, but got rejected. And I also asked some of my friends, and they said that I was not too good enough to be in their team. So this sort of acted as a potent to for me to work on myself, and it inspired me to just ignore all of these negative influences and make myself so good that I'm automatically invited to hackathons. And that is something that I worked during my second year and during my third year itself, during my fifth semester. And it was only in my sixth semester that I participated in a hackathon. And but then again, that was probably the breaking point, because after that I participated in more than, I guess, 30 plus hackathons, in which and I won in quite a few of them. So yeah, I mean, that was like the break point. And I, even though it started quite late, but then having realized that you just have to believe in yourself and just work on your skills, I just worked on that part. And again, the rest is history.
Yeah. So that truly, I agree with you, and that's really a mature thinking. Like you took those negative points and converted them as a motivation and pushed yourself to get into these hackathon competitions. So yep, it's awesome and really appreciate it. Why did you given more priority to the hackathons than competitive programming?
Okay, so it's not that during my first second years I was doing competitive programming, and to a certain extent I was doing well. I used to solve questions on array queues, but when you actually came to some of the advanced topics like trees, dynamic programming, graphs, that was something that I used to get stuck a lot.
साला ये दुख का खत्म नहीं होता बे
And that is something that has still continued till now. And at times I used to solve the questions, I used to spend a lot of time but not able to solve them. Then I took some break, and then I still again started. So it was sort of a continuous streak of thing that it was happening. And I thought that rather than just pushing myself onto this, because again, not everyone can become very successful, and I thought I did understand my limitations in that. And I sort of thought that let's move on to hackathons, because hackathons are something that really test out your development skills. And I used to like a lot of I used to do a lot of web development and machine learning, and that is something that I thought, okay, let me create products in a hackathon and make those products in such a way that they help in a social cause. And
Yeah.
because again, those were the kind of values that were imbibed me by my parents. So I thought, okay, I would like to create products that that can help solve the problems of the world, or help in some kind of social cause. Because a lot of different hackathons usually have those themes where you have to build products to solve problems. So that is
Yeah.
something that inspired me.
All right. Okay. So you basically you think the real world problems are really different than solving the coding questions only in and doing the competitive programming, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that when you're talking about competitive programming, it's all about to enhance your skills, the mathematical, your analytical skills. And yes, the concepts of the programming, like data structures, like trees, hash maps, graphs, all of them are being used in some way or the other when we are making software. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's more important that you create a final product, and that is something that a lot of people who are just focusing on competitive programming lose out on. They just focus their skills on just competitive programming rather than also making projects that can help. So yeah, I guess that's something that we can consider.
Yeah, even I would recommend to every aspiring student and the entry level fresher. So do the competitive programming, that's really
Absolutely.
good because that is important, but you have to work upon the real world problems, get to
Yes.
know about different domains and topics and the standards running in the industry and make projects for that, represent
Sure.
it as an internal project. As you talked about different hackathons, so is there any resource where someone can get the information and register themselves for these hackathons?
Okay. So I mean, first of all, when I started, I didn't know what exactly hackathons are also. I mean, and there was no one to tell me. But having gained that experience, I'll be coming on to the main point later. But some of the biggest resources are Hacker Earth. It organizes a lot of national level and very well-known hackathons, by various large companies. And apart
Okay.
from these, there is DevPost, where you will find the majority of the international hackathons that take place, in a lot of different countries, US and other international countries. And apart from this, we have DevFolio. DevFolio is a
Okay.
very upcoming platform where a lot of different college level hackathons take place. So again, there's a distinction between all of these, and probably the biggest one in the entire world is Major League Hacking, which is
Okay.
a US based startup where they started these hackathons. So a lot of them are like corporate and student run, college run hackathons, and they recently also they opened their hackathon scene within India and the Asia Pacific region. So MLH is again a separate site that you can look out for. But probably the best way to actually get to know is having a good set of friends who can tell you about these, who can
Yeah.
probably invite you, because a lot of different hackathons I completely never heard about them. They were something that people told me, because there is no one particular resource or one particular site that has all the hackathons. So
Yeah.
either it's listed on these platforms, or say some hackathons are not listed somewhere, and they are completely different or completely hosted on by a separate company as a event. So for them, I guess probably joining a lot of different WhatsApp groups. There is a Hackathon Hunters group on Telegram and Facebook. So even there, a lot of different, but probably having that set of friends who can tell you, and you can discuss with them. So having that kind of network of friends, because
Yeah.
I got to know about my international hackathon, like Hack MIT, by a friend who had visited over there. So it was just after networking, having that network of friends, of the code developers who can tell you.
So when did you get your first internship and how did you prepare for that?
Okay, so my first internship was after my third semester. It was, basically a web development based internship, and it was with a company called the Indian Economist. It's like a magazine based app that is there on the Play Store. So
Okay.
I just looked up for internships. I was looking up for internships in web development, and I came across this position on LinkedIn. So I mean, yeah, I started with LinkedIn quite early, and it's one of the most powerful tools to look out for
Yeah.
internships. And that is how I prepared. But usually how I prepare is that before applying for any internship, I go through the company's details. I look out for what exactly are the things that are required. So I'll just brush up those skills, because expecting those kind of questions to be asked. So I'll just brush up my skills. I will prepare a very good resume, and I'll modify my resume, because resume should be concise, and you have to put on those things that are relevant to that particular position. I do
Yeah.
that, and after that, I also do look up the interviewer. If I know who is the interviewer, I'll just look out for the interviewer and look at their skills, and again try to make my skills and try to work on those skills, and then be a part of the interview. So that is usually how I prepare. Apart from that, I have managed to do internships in some large MNCs, for example, Ernst and Young,
Wow.
Tech Mahindra, and Zenpact. And apart from that, I've also done internships in startups. One of the startups being Metvi, where I'm currently doing my internship. So all of my different internships that I've done, so they are probably now over eight internships that I've done in my 4 years.
तुम मेरा दुश्मन हो.
So a few of them were, that I found on LinkedIn. Some of the people, they reached out to me, and that is only after I grew to such a level. But initially, it was more, a few of them were through contacts. Like if I had contacts, so they referred to me, and that's again very important if you have contacts, because they can
Yeah.
refer to you, and I was able to get an interview, and that was something that I was able to do in the MNCs, like Tech Mahindra and Ernst and Young, having that contacts and going through an interview. Apart from them, some of them had come to my college during the internship fairs, and some of them I had just applied on their career website or on their LinkedIn posts. So I mean, these are some of the good resources. Apart from these, I mean, there's Internshala, then Angel List. These are very good sites if you want to work with startups, because most of the startups usually post over there. But I mean, I guess, I mean, for most of the students who want to go for, say, the larger product-based companies, it's either, if they're coming to your campus, you have to prepare well for them. Again, DS algo and your subjective questions, and your projects are there. And if you are not getting those companies in your college, then probably the best way is that, a lot of these have public hiring contests, and you
Yeah.
have to prepare for them. Apply through their website, but that is probably the last thing you would want to do, because if you don't have a referral, if you're applying without a referral, then it's probably that they'll not even see your email. But if you have a if you have a referral, then that can work out. So these are some of the resources, common resources, that you can have a look.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Shiva, for letting our viewers know about these resources and your strategy of preparing for the internships. So, tell us some good and interesting topics for the internal projects to the aspiring students or who are preparing for the placements.
Sure. So I mean, one thing is to know, okay, what are the trending topics today in our computer science. So a lot of them are like mixed reality, virtual reality, AR, VR, and then blockchain is becoming very popular, and then IoT, and probably the biggest is combining different types of technologies. For example, say creating a project that involves both machine learning and AR, VR, or say machine learning and IoT. So that is something that is upcoming, and a lot of this has been influenced by a lot of different hackathon projects, like for example Smart India Hackathon. So basically this happened to our college this year, that a lot of the projects that were suggested by our college for our internal projects were based on hackathon ideas, because generally you see that in your college you will find a lot of people making similar kind of very boring projects, like taking machine learning and just making that stock price prediction. But
Yeah.
to basically the thing is that today a lot of different companies are also looking out for these specific roles, that for example blockchain, or like data science, machine learning, AR, VR. So making those kind of projects can really influence your entire experience of working, and getting so much of knowledge about these projects. And when you're also showing these to the interviewer, they can get excited to also hear about them, because that is also
Yeah.
something that they haven't heard. So that can create a positive impact as well. So I mean, these are probably some of the latest technologies, and some of the exciting projects. You can just combine a few of them, or just come up with unique ideas to make these projects.
What tips you would like to give the students to prepare themselves for the internships and for the placements?
Sure. So I guess first of all, the most important, as you must have heard people telling, is DS algo. I mean, that is
Yeah.
something. Yes, I completely agree. You cannot take it out, because the first step or the first exam that you have to give is based on the programming question. So I guess,
Yeah.
I mean, for that, I'm probably not the best person to say, because already so many great people have come on your platform. But yes, again, you have to have a very good basic knowledge of the fundamental data structures and algorithm, and then based on the company you're applying to, just go through some of the previous questions that they have asked, or some of the most common topics, because they will be revolving around those particular topics. And I guess the rest of the important things that you really need to keep is that you have a good knowledge of your fundamental computer science subjects. like your OS networking and database management, because these are something that people might neglect, but these are asked in certain certain your companies. These are asked. Then there is
Yeah.
system design that is asked in a few few companies, and again it's very important. And also again probably the most important are your projects as well.
Yeah.
In some of the topmost companies, they might not go into your projects, but in a lot of different tier 2 tier 3 companies also, they do focus a lot on the projects. Because
Right.
when we're talking about, say, product, the top tier companies like Google, they might just look at your DS algo and your way of speaking. So again, that is also something that people do ignore. Your speaking skills and the way you present towards the interviewer, or when you are, say, going through your HR round, you have to
Yeah.
be very calm, and you have to answer confidently, and you have to be clear on what you are saying. So those are things also keeping in mind. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to a lot of the top tier companies, they might ignore your personal projects, but again, you have to make sure that you have done certain, say, 2 or 3 good projects that you can actually talk about. Because a lot of
Right.
times there might be, what I've seen personally in my case, that one of the projects that I had made had similar kind of application being used in that company, and they got very excited, and they just took off from there, and they didn't focus much on the data algo, and they just talked about the project. So it can happen again. So keeping all of these things is very important when you are
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah, Shiva. So let's wrap up this session with last question. So that is like, what is your dream company and how are you preparing for that?
Okay, so my answer would be very different from a lot of the different people. I mean, yes, getting into something like Google, Facebook, Microsoft. I mean, obviously the kind of competition and the kind of work that is being going on over there, it's very good. So in one way, I do want to work with the TensorFlow team of Google, specifically in TensorFlow JS, because that is something that excites me the most. So if
Okay.
I'm selected specifically just for that role in Google, that is working with the TensorFlow team, because I love machine learning. But apart from that, I'm really inspired by a lot of different startups. So I personally do love the work of Tesla, and specifically Elon Musk,
Oh, wow.
and the kind of innovation that they are doing in their self-driving analysis. So I guess
That
that
guy
is
is
my dream
legend.
company, because it's a startup, and the work culture over there is very competitive, and again, you are making probably the next big thing, that is self-driving cars, and the AI that they are working with is, again. And apart from that, a few other companies that I do like, especially specifically in the Indian space, is Postman, and very exciting company and brilliant developers. Then Gojek is there, and then Dunzo is again a very fast driving startup. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I do prefer to the startup culture more as compared, because the learning that you get is much higher. So I mean, that is
Exactly.
yeah.
All right, Shiva. That was a really really good session with you, and I hope because since I started my channel, lots of folks who are like about to graduate, they just keep pinging me about different questions like how to get internships and how to prepare for internships.
Yeah.
Like multiple kind of questions are there. So I was thinking to get some good young energy like you on my channel so that like those answers can get answered by you, like the kind of guys who have done these internship in such a young age. So that was really nice to have you on our channel. So I would really thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shiva, for your time, and that was amazing, Shiva. Just
Yeah.
keep doing the good work, and
Absolutely. I
for
mean,
for sure you will
because
get your dream companies, your dream startups. You'll get it for sure.
thank you very much, Susang, because I personally do love your content on that you post on YouTube. So I mean, it was a very big honor, to be able to be a part of it.
Thank you. Yeah. So yep, keep. I'm looking forward to have more sessions with you. So
Definitely.
guys, just keep comment your questions, your doubt for Shivai, so that we could plan a new session with Shivai for that for the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
तो यार आज के सेशन के लिए यही था शिवाय के साथ। एंड अगर अच्छा लगा हो वीडियो तो लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब कर दो। एंड यार कोई क्वेश्चन कोई डाउट या इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक हो नेक्स्ट डिस्कशन के लिए तो यार उसे कमेंट बॉक्स में डाल दो। सो लेकर आता हूं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कुछ अच्छा और। तब तक के लिए स्टे सेफ, स्टे होम।